Next question. This one's going to be a challenge for everybody. How will you defend my health rights, i.e., forced vaccinations? I'm going to start the other way around here.
Well, let's start in the beginning. I'm waiting for my third vaccination. I've had two. I'm not against it. It's possibly a personal choice, but it's also the most divisive thing I've ever seen in my lifetime. And I have good friends that I won't talk to because of this, or not that I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to get into an argument with them. I think it's a personal thing, and people, it's not a persecution, okay? It's a disease. It has to be dealt with. And until somebody comes up with a better idea, I'm going with it.
Thank you. I'm not even going to introduce you guys each time now. Just follow in suit. Save time.
Dallas Lamlin. It's a very difficult question because as a municipality, we don't really have that much legal authority in this issue. But what we can do is, like I said, is not implement our own measures. We can support, we can find creative ways to support businesses and individuals locally. We can advocate, we can go to the provincial government and say, look, we're not okay with all the doctors and nurses in this town that are going to lose their jobs. And I know lots of them. There are people going to lose their jobs, and that's not okay. And we can, as a council, get together and start really working our minds on what can we do to countermeasures or to implement, if we can't, to declare this a sanctuary city, what can we do to effectively make it that, because it's friendly and it's open and people have the right to choose what they want to do with their lives and with their bodies.
Thank you. I think the past 2 years we can all agree that we've seen a lot of division amongst everybody. Even if you agree with lockdowns or disagree with them, we have disconnected with each other as humans. We are losing, at the end of the day, we're all humans and we all love each other. We should be. When it comes down to personal health records and all that, that's private information. Me personally, I got the shots because I felt I should get the shots to protect my mother and protect my family. Some people in my family have a compromised immune system, so I got my shots to help them if it gives me extra protection. I don't think anybody should be forced to get anything. It's a personal choice when it comes down to your vaccine. If you want to get it, get it. If you don't want to get it, don't get it.
First of all, I'm going to be blunt, and you may not like this, but this is none of your business, whether I am vaccinated or not. This is my personal health information, and you do not deserve to know anything about it. And I will go for choice, and I have a relative. It's so stupid the way this has gone. He'll leave the newspaper on the front step for 2 days before he touches it. He's afraid of this COVID thing. He's so paranoid. It's divided families. Fortunately, ours not. We've continued to hug our grandchildren and our daughter-in-laws, and we do not subscribe to this mandatory, coercive method of pushing something on the population. Am I done? I'm done. Thank you.
Sorry. It's easier to be shutting the mic off.
So vaccine passports, what is that? That is the great filter. I've been discovering who I can trust, who is a true friend, who isn't. When it comes to vaccines, next to Kelly, I'm probably the most vaccinated person here because of where I've lived and worked. I don't care whether you're vaccinated or not. I think the solution to this right now, or the immediate solution, is let the people decide. 2 businesses yesterday I decided to boycott because they're making it mandatory. And I don't care whether you're vaccinated or not. I don't need to know, don't want to know. The point is this is blatant discrimination, and this is leading us down a slippery slope. Today it might be vaccinations. What's it going to be tomorrow? So for me, let the market decide. If businesses decide they want to demand vaccine passports, it's our choice whether we're going to go to that business or not. For me, I have no tolerance for discrimination. So that's how I'm going to act.
I couldn't agree more with the last few speakers. I think that this is everybody's own choice. I don't think my medical records are your business. I think that we need to speak up, and as a community, we needed to do certain things. Like it was said before, all businesses are essential. Everybody needs to make a livelihood. I have good friends on both sides of the fence who've been vaccinated, not vaccinated. Do I disassociate from them? Do they mistrust me? Do I mistrust them? No. This has been the most divisive thing this country has seen in my lifetime. And I think we need to stop this, and we need to stop it now.
When we're building a structure, bridge, building, we always get the groundwork information first. Geotechnical, water, rules of the game. We're not getting that with these vaccines. So how in the hell are we supposed to make up our mind? And I mean that literally. If we don't have the right information, or the information we're given is doubtful. Having that discussion. There's something seriously wrong when we're being jammed into making decisions that are so important and divisive when correct information is not discussed, or the correctness of, you know what I mean. If there's reasonable doubt that this thing is dangerous, I would do whatever measure was necessary. But we don't have that certainty, and we must go for that certainty.
I have grandson-in-law that is the diametrically opposite to me politically. And what I've said to him is that we will not discuss politics because the relationship is so important that I don't want to risk because we're both passionate about our views. And I do not want to risk that relationship. There is a commandment that goes above all the others, and that is love one another as I have loved you. I want to be able to love all of my neighbors, and I do not think that any issue is as important as my love for my fellow man and my ability to be able to do it. I do to love all of you in every way that I can. And so I do agree that I am concerned about future choices. I am vaccinated. I had to go to Manitoba to look after my great-grandchildren. And absolutely, I couldn't go in the Air Force Base without it. So I am.
Thank you. Folks, I asked that question. I've got a couple of stories to tell you with regards to that, but I asked that question because I knew it was going to be a hot topic question that people wanted to know. For me, I personally have issues if I want to go into Tim Hortons and they ask me for a vaccine passport. My first question to the young girl is there, show me your medical credentials that you know what I'm receiving here. You can't answer that. But I'm going to I'm going to tell you about my time in the military. My last tour in the military was in Rwanda. And prior to going to Rwanda, the government in its infinite wisdom decided to infect me with a mild strain of Ebola. Well, Ebola's got a 25% death rate. COVID's got less than 1%. My body built up a natural immunity to Ebola. So if it can do it for Ebola, it can certainly do it for COVID-19. But even further than that, our nurses and our frontline workers, they're all being forced to vaccinate. And my question to the government of Alberta and Canada, it's been 19 months. Why now? I would guarantee you that almost every one of them have built up the natural antibodies to fight COVID-19. So why force it on them now? Potentially they're going to destroy our health system. 3,500 frontline workers are ready to walk off the job right now. Is that worth it? I don't believe it is. So that's why I chose that question, and a great answer from all of your nominees here.